Hi everybody, welcome to the Messy Cook by Dale. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be making a side. I had some sweet potatoes in my pantry and I thought, well, I want to really use them up before they go bad. So I found a recipe called Moroccan Spiced Sweet Potatoes. Sounds really lovely. And we're going to be having them tonight with tuna steaks. So it's going to be really nice. All right, so it starts with preheating your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. You're going to get a sheet pan like this. You're going to line it. You don't have to line it with parchment paper. I like to do it because it's easy cleanup and for sure nothing's going to stick. So I lined it with parchment paper. I also, what I did is a little trick that I have is that I put a little bit of spray on the sheet pan, put my parchment on, and it doesn't fall out, so it sticks really well. All right, so it starts by taking 2 pounds of sweet potatoes that I've peeled and cut into little squares like this, about 1/2 inch or whatever. Yeah, we reserve them. So it's about 2 pounds of those. So they're sort of like that. Okay, now I'm going to make this spice mixture. Now this is very fragrant, very, a little bit of heat to it. It's got spiciness. It's really nice. All right, so we're going to start with 1/2 tablespoon of cumin. Very traditional spices for in Morocco, that part of the world. So there's 1/2 tablespoon. I don't know how many that is in teaspoons. I should have looked it up for you, but anyway. All right, so we've got a teaspoon of turmeric. Again, very popular spice in that part of the world. That's a teaspoon of that. Teaspoon of paprika. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. That brings a little bit of heat. Cinnamon has a bit of heat, but it brings that sweetness to it as well. Cinnamon. Okay, then we're going to go with the heat, the real heat. And we have cayenne pepper. We have a 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne. And a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I use kosher salt. There we go. So there's your spice mixture. So we're going to give it a bit of a mix up here. All right. Now, you take your sweet potatoes, 2 pounds of sweet potatoes. You want to put them in a really big bowl because what you don't want to do or try to avoid doing with this recipe is when you're using turmeric, it really stains your hands. It'll stain your clothes or whatever. So I like to either use gloves or I just get a really big bowl and use my spoon. All right, so it's going to start with 2 tablespoons of EVO, extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to eyeball it, about 2 tablespoons, like that. And I'm going to give that a little bit of mix. There we have it. And I'm going to put the spice mixture on top of that. Oh, it's so fragrant. So good. All right, so, no, it smells so good. All right, so give this a good mix. Make sure your sweet potatoes are covered well with the mixture and with the olive oil. Okay, now we're going to put them onto the cookie sheet or the pan, the sheet pan, and try to do it into a single layer. So I'm going to pop these into a 400 degree oven, like I said, for 15 minutes. Then I'm going to give them a bit of a flip, mix them up a little bit, put it back in the oven for another 15 minutes until they're golden brown and cooked through. All right, so I'm going to see you on the back end of that, and we're going to put it all together. So we'll see you, well, I'll see you in about 2 seconds, but you'll see me in 2 seconds. I'll see you in about half an hour. See you later. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Well, here we are. About 30 minutes later, I made sure they were nice and tender. What I did was I put a bit of sea salt on top of it, just to salt it up a little bit. Okay, so we're going to serve. They smell incredible, so fragrant. Whole house smells. Okay, there we go. We're going to put a little bit of cilantro. Now this is, you know, cilantro is one of those things, you either love it or you hate it. We happen to like it. Put that on top and let's give it a try. Perfect. So good. Got some heat. Really good. Hope you try this. Great way to get your sweet potatoes in there. It's spicy, it's warm, really nice. All right, so thanks for hanging out with me today. If you like what you saw and you give it a try, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. I appreciate that. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, stay safe. But most of all, forget the mess. Cheers. See you next time.